Hey there, welcome to a brand new episode of Muzikxpress. My name is Twan, and in this week's vlog you will see my interview with Laurent Véronnez about the Airwave classic When Things Go Wrong. But before we start with the interview, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and very important, also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. Alright, here it is, the story behind When Things Go Wrong by Airwave, my interview with Laurent Véronnez. Enjoy! Airwave is one of the many aliases from Belgian producer and composer Laurent Véronnez. Some of his most well-known tracks he did under the name Airwave are Save Me, Above the Sky, Alone in the Dark, and of course When Things Go Wrong. For this week's vlog I sat down with Laurent to ask him about the story behind When Things Go Wrong and more. My first question to him was if there was something that did inspire him when he started to work on the track.
Yeah, I had in my car. I had an album by Paul van Dyk in my car, just playing all the time. And on that album, co-produced by Johnny Klimek, as far as I remember, there was a track called Forbidden Fruit that had a very long intro like this one. But of course, different notes, different context and everything. And I was like, with the idea, next time I do a track, I would like this kind of atmosphere to begin with. And the rest, well, the next time I made that track, well, that became When Things Go Wrong. So yeah.
So, what do you remember from the production process of the track?
So the process was really simple. I had this kick drum that I had made especially for my remix of Ayumi Hamasaki. So I took that bass drum because it's my own library of sounds, and I had the hat sequence from my other track called Lady Blue that I wanted to reuse because it's really cool, especially at the beginning of a track for this kind of atmosphere. And then I wanted to use something very unusual in this kind of music, trance, and I wanted to use an electric piano. But then, I had just made Lady Blue and I came up with, an arpeggio that sounds a bit like this, actually. I don't know if you can hear. Here. So just put this together with a step sequencer, just play note by note because I couldn't play well back then. And then I wanted to use something a bit more unusual, which was an electric piano. So I added this sequence on top. I'm just going to solo this one. And you just let it filter in at the beginning, and when you play these two together, they just sound right together. It's just like it just happened by accident. Yeah. I just wanted to use a Fender Rhodes just to have something different. And this is how the track was born, technically. In terms of songwriting, there is not much more than this. Just the JP things that you can hear in the gazillion trance tracks, and that pounding kick from that I was known for, and plus a few more elements. And
actually funny, when I was doing research for the interview, of course I was like playing the track, and the kick starts exactly like after like 1 minute.
Yeah, true. Was all by mistake. Yeah. It's 130 BPM if I can remember correctly. So it was very but it was an accident. Everything was an accident.
And how long did it take you to finish this one?
4 hours.
So this is like the third interview, and you did one track in 4 hours on it.
I know, but you have to understand the context. Also, I have this very difficult phone call with my partner, which brings me down. Normally, after this kind of phone call, you're absolutely not in the mood to make anything good of your life, especially not music. And I just was like, I would like to cheer myself up, and what's better than just make music after all? Yeah. And this came in naturally.
So
this is the context. So bad mood, reaction, conclusion.
Yeah. So that's also where the title came from, I guess.
Yeah. Definitely. I just wanted to call this the way it made, the way I felt back then, and the opposite is how much it cheered me up.
Mm-hmm.
So it is something that really cheers me up even nowadays. It's just crazy, A lot of people, come to me too and tell me the same about how they feel better by just listening to it. Yeah, it's cool.
So who was the first person besides yourself to hear When Things Go Wrong once it was finished?
I think I never, I just let it slip off my hands, and people came back to me saying, hey, this is great. I don't know who exactly made the difference. I don't think anyone made the difference in this track. It's just, the track was the difference. And some people just felt, moved by the track and just adopted it.
Yeah.
As can adopt a dog or something, I don't know. And that's the way it is with a track like this one, It happens organically. But I think that when my father told me, listen, this track is something special, this is when I understood that actually, it's something special. Yeah. Before that, I had no idea.
So the label was also happy with the track?
I guess so. Even though we didn't try to push it too much, well, not even like the others, because the others weren't pushed either. So it was the track we just dropped on the market, and we'll see what happens. And the rest is history, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, you also made a remix of the track, which appears on the A side of the vinyl.
Yeah.
Did you make that one straight after
No. That came in April of the year after, 2003, because we wanted an alternative version for. But actually, nothing I could do could be the original.
Yeah, to make it better. Yeah. So which DJs did support When Things Go Wrong?
So it starts with, of course, Armin, who got, I think, an early copy from me, because he already had it in 2002, in May 2002, before everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for playing all these things, because that made a huge difference. And then, of course, Ferry, Tiesto, and Marcus Schultz. And I remember that night when Marcus Schultz was in Belgium. I'm not very famous actually in Belgium. And he was playing at Illusion, if you know that famous venue from the 90s. And it was in 2005. And he drops it as his last track. And I see the people reaction and then I knew.
Yeah.
But years after I made it, that it was such a great track.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I couldn't understand back then.
Yeah. Wow. So in November 2020, you got an award from Bullseye Records for more than 5 million streams. Do you also have any idea how many physical copies of When Things Go Wrong have been sold during the years?
I honestly have no idea about the numbers. And to be frank, when it comes to When Things Go Wrong, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I believe it belongs to the people more than it does to me nowadays. So it's my most popular track. So the stats it gets on any download portal, any streaming platform, anything, it doesn't matter. This is the track that people are waiting for when they come see me play.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, if I don't play it,
they get angry.
They get mad. Yeah.
So do you have a favorite memory when it comes to the release of When Things Go Wrong?
Yeah, the first time I could play it, it's just, you knew you had done something special. But back then, still, I was not realizing how big it was. Yeah. And actually, it came naturally over the years with a peak around 2005, 2006. But before that, was not my favorite track or people's favorite or my most popular track either. It was just one track, but over the years it became naturally what it was supposed to become.
Oh wow! So yeah, it's this year. It's 20 years ago that When Things Go Wrong came out on vinyl. Do you think there are any plans for the 20th anniversary?
Yeah, there are plans for 25th anniversary, and so what I'm trying to do, and time will tell if we can make it happen. What I would like to do is, of course, a new release based on all these incredible tracks. We'll see, and most importantly, one very important gig. Someone convinced me to go for it and just find the support and everything to do a one gig, open to close, combination DJ and live for 6 to 8 hours.
Oh wow!
A beautiful thing, and I really, really am looking forward to being able to do that. But time will tell if it works out. But by the looks of it, we might have a big chance even.
Sounds good. Yeah, speaking of anniversaries, in 2019 you did celebrate 20 years of Airwave. That means that in 2024 you will celebrate 25 years of Airwave. I know it still will take a while, but do you have something in mind for that milestone already?
Yeah, and I would like to release as much music as possible. And there is still music I would like to have reworked, just like the ones I did for the 2019 reworks, the progressive reworks we had, and the ambient reworks. I'm sure there is still a lot of material that I can include in there that I couldn't make for the 20 years anniversary. We talked maybe earlier, you and I, in private about my tracks with Tiff Lacey and many more. I'm sure we can do something crazy good with these tracks in all genres. So I would like to go for that and keep exploring, keep expanding, the possibilities with all these recordings and the things I've done in the past, because they are still relevant in 2023 or 24.
That's for sure. So okay, let's see what happens in 2024 then.
Yeah.
I know this is going to be almost impossible to answer, but what do you consider to be your best track ever?
It's almost impossible for me to know, because there are so many parameters, such as what I consider the best, but what people consider the best.
Yeah.
And my best piece of what could it be? I don't know. And seriously, I lost count of all the tracks I've done, even though we know it's in the region of 1,400 tracks, something like that, and remixes. But this is not the most important thing. I don't believe it's what people like about it that I care about. And I found out that if When Things Go Wrong is their favorite track, when the people are right, they have the last word. This is probably my best track ever, without me even realizing it. And that's cool about this. You cannot escape what you've done. So
that's true. So I was just thinking, do you actually listen to some of your older releases often?
All the time. To keep being inspired, because there is a lot of good stuff I did. Also the less known tracks, a lot of good stuff in there.
To rediscover your own stuff.
I love rediscovering my old stuff. Yeah. Under Airwave, but also Planisphere, and a few more.
Yeah.
So it's never ending. This is what I like about my discography. It is so huge,
insane,
that you can just take the plunge and spend an entire weekend listening to my stuff only, and never get bored of it.
Yeah. So yeah, in the past you did collabs already with people such as Armin van Buuren, Marcus Schultz, Fairy Tale, DJ Fire, The Digital Blonde, Oscar Khan, and many others. Are there still people you would like to work with?
Yes, definitely. There are so many people I would like to work with. To begin with, there was one guy in Sweden that I admire so much. He makes ambient music under the name Solar Fields. He's an incredible artist. He made 2 video game scores for the Mirror's Edge games at EA and DICE. And he is becoming quite famous. He's really blown up recently. But we've been talking about this for years and years and years. There is still a possibility to make music with Guy Barone, but I don't know. It's more his call than mine at this point. And there are so many vocalists and people I would like to collaborate with, just like I said, And the thing is, I keep looking for new people all the time.
Yeah.
Just to get inspired and get into their world and see what I could add to it. And this is the magic of collaboration. So
that's true. Yeah.
And the more the better. The more the better. Seriously.
Good. So yeah, besides making music for the dance floor, you're also working on some film scores. What can you tell us about that?
I scored 2 movies called Borrowed Time. The first and the third one. The second one had already been shot and scored and everything, so I didn't touch it. And I'm really proud that I got nomination, but not only nomination for that, but also 3 awards from the indie movie industry in the US for these 2 movies that were not down my alley. It was out of my comfort zone when it comes to music, because I had to make Synthwave, which was back then not really my thing. And I found out that it's actually something I love doing, especially combining with, these very inspiring movie-like ambiences and everything. And this is the result is these 2 singles I did with first DD, Stronger, but also with Denzel, You Should Have Let Me Go. The original mixes are pure synthwave, but they're more like pop songs, the way I like it. And really, that shows another face of
who you are,
of who I am.
Yeah.
And I would love to make more music in that area soon. So yeah, very good movie scores. I got awards for them and nomination. It's all on IMDb if you want to check it out. And of course, under my official name, because I wanted to make a small split between, the DJ, producer, and the guy who makes, So it makes sense.
So who are actually your favorite movie composers?
There are so many, but one who left us last year is Vangelis forever. For everything he's done between the Chariots of Fire, Blade Runner, and 1492, I cannot decide. They're all 3 masterpieces. Everything else was a bit less my thing. And then there is your national pride in the Netherlands, Tom Holkenborg.
Yeah,
of course.
Junkie XL.
Yeah, I got the chance to meet him personally just before COVID started.
Mm-hmm.
So I really am happy that we could meet and have a talk. Of course, in his language, which he appreciated. And also there is one guy I love a lot who's coming from the same area. It's Harry Gregson Williams. They're all turning around Hans Zimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Hans Zimmer, not my thing personally. I think he's a bit outdated now. But these 2, Harry Gregson Williams and Tom, fantastic composers.
Let's see what the Hans Zimmer fans will say in the comments.
Yeah, but it's my question of taste after all.
Exactly.
And I respect everyone else's.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Yeah. So this is probably also going to be a difficult one. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I see myself just doing the same thing, make music for others and for myself, play still a few sets live and DJ, make as many drawers and sub-drawers as you can imagine, as long as I have fun with, and be a happy parent and man my family, and really nothing else. Because today I found my balance in this way. It's not always easy, but really I'm very well balanced person, a lot more than I used to be when in my heyday, let's say, when things really started blowing up for me in the early 2000s. Really in 10 years I just see myself doing the same.
Okay.
Exactly. Really happy.
I'll come back in 10 years then. All right. Thank you very much for your time and good luck with everything.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me once again.
Alright, that was it. This week's vlog, the story behind When Things Go Wrong by Airwave, my interview with Laurent Véronnez. Laurent, thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, leave a comment in the comment section below, and very important, make sure to subscribe. Also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. And in case you missed it, I did some other interviews with Laurent. You can find links to those interviews in the video description, so make sure to check them out. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.